Welcome back to another episode of Mom Talk. Me and Victoria are going to talk about taking kids on trips on this episode. Do y'all travel with your kids, or do you just decide to stay home and not venture out with them? Because it's a lot to travel with kids, especially little kids.
Yeah.
So I took a trip to New York this summer. It was the best time. And I have to say, this age with kids is so fun to travel.
Is it?
Yes.
It seems like it'd be easier.
I mean, I guess we all know it's going to get easier and easier as they get older, but I mean, they enjoyed everything so much. The snacks can be spaced out,
Right.
like not as many pit stops. Which
No naps.
No naps. Because I don't care if I'm on a trip and they are littler and they need a nap, we're still napping.
Yeah.
I don't skip a nap.
Yeah.
I know some people are just like free for all, but I can't do that. So yeah, now that they're older, I just felt like so much freedom, and they're aware of their surroundings, so they could also watch for me. It wasn't just me
Watching them.
watching them.
Yeah.
Because New York, that's huge.
Yeah.
So I was nervous about going there, just in general, taking my kids there, and what would that be like? I've honestly only been, I believe, to all southern states, like
Okay, so never New York.
never New York. And that was on Emma's bucket list, actually.
Okay, knocking it out young.
I know. I was really excited. So this is an opportunity through her dance studio.
Okay.
They planned it all, and we were along for the ride, which I also love because I'm usually planning everything. So it was just really nice to
Have like a not laid back, but like
set.
you didn't have to plan a thing.
I didn't have to decide.
I love that.
I'm like, yep, we're going to the airport at this day
Moms
and time.
make so many decisions.
Exactly. And I didn't have to.
Yeah.
So that part was also great. I will say, they like to go places, but they don't actually like the travel portion.
Okay.
Like
Not a big plane fan.
I mean, they would rather fly over be in the car. I mean, I guess I don't know many kids that just love being in the car for hours and hours, but I know some are better than others.
So what about when they were little?
Terrible.
They didn't like the car?
Terrible.
Okay, so I'm super fortunate. My kids have both. We've only gone to Florida a couple times, like 3 times, I think. I don't even want to talk about it because of how great they were.
No,
Okay.
I don't know how you got that.
I don't either. And Mason, doesn't love a screen. So, this is screen-free 8 hours of just pleasant.
Wow.
Like, maybe more so than if we were at home.
Which is shocking to me because he loves doing and being and outdoors. And
He does, but, there's, a lot of trucks and construction
oh
always.
my gosh, he's just loving
He's like,
it.
did you see that excavator?
I mean, Emma and Henry are not throwing fits or anything like that, but I mean, for Henry to be stuck in the car, that would be a punishment for him.
Okay.
A punishment. And
Even still.
oh yeah.
Okay.
If I tell him we're going on a trip because I'm so excited we're going, he's like, but how long are
How
we?
long's that car ride?
Exactly. He's
Get-
like, well, we may
Break
not
the
need
bad
to go.
news. It could be like a dream of his. Nope, can't do it.
Nope, we're not doing that. And, okay, they do have to travel for dance and for baseball too, so they are in the car a lot.
Right.
But this flight wasn't bad, 2 hours.
No.
I didn't think that was crazy. And
And do they feel fine flying? I know some people don't feel great.
Henry has been nauseous before, and I make him sit window.
Okay.
And I pack the peppermint oil and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they are better. He used to get really sick.
Okay.
So they are better about that. And Emma's always fine. Yeah, she's good on that. But if y'all haven't been to New York, I just want everybody to go now.
But I should wait till my kids are older.
Yes. Because there are so many people.
Yeah.
I think that would freak me out if I took my kids that little.
And I just can't imagine dealing with a stroller.
Well, no, because I don't even know how you could get a stroller on those streets.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know people live there and that's their lives, but
Right.
it is so foreign to us.
And plus, we were right in the city.
Yeah.
So we were just, wiggling our way through.
Fast-paced.
Right. So, I mean, that was part of going. You had to experience that. So that was really fun. We saw a Broadway show.
Okay.
That was Emma's favorite thing.
What'd you see?
We saw the Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, she loved it. She would have gone back the next day. I was looking through our picture. She was like, that was the best part.
Okay.
Also a form of torture for Henry. So
Emma's best, Henry's worst.
I'm never taking him to another play again.
Well, everybody's got their thing.
I know. So my mom went with us, and she said I was being ugly, saying that I would never take him again. I was like, Mom, he's miserable. Why?
It's for his own good. How's that rude?
It's for both of our own good because I'm irritated he didn't stay at this play, and
Yeah.
I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
So now can be me and Emma's thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. But no, they could walk around. They could take in the sights. I mean, the shopping, just so easy. And when they go to the beach now, they're there. I know some little kids will stay on the beach a long time, but my kids never wanted to stay like a really long time. So now that they're older, we can stay down there the whole day. Like you said, no naps. We just have our drinks and our snacks.
Yeah.
And we're good to go.
So they're just good no matter the environment these days.
Easier and easier, unless we're in the car.
Well,
But
small price to pay.
I know. So that was such a fun trip.
So did y'all just do the city?
We also did Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay.
That was really cool.
And how far is that?
So that was another 8 hours. So we had to
Oh.
fly from.
Okay.
So it was a lot of traveling for one trip.
Yeah.
We've definitely never done that before. And it's been our longest trip because we were gone a full 7 days.
I know, that's crazy.
That's a long time for me.
I got a 4-night max.
That's
Personally.
usually my max.
Yeah.
I felt like this was like a special occasion because her dance teacher planned it all. And I felt she didn't plan the Niagara part. Emma got to take dance classes while we were there, which was
So fun.
amazing. I felt like we were on a TV show.
Did she feel like she was in a movie?
I mean, she loved it.
Yeah.
I can't say enough good things about it. Loved it so much. But then we tacked on the Niagara because I felt like, okay, if I'm in New York, if I don't go now, I'm afraid I won't come back. And
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do Niagara.
Yeah.
And I just thought my kids would think that was so cool.
Did they?
So yeah, they loved it because we did the Maid of the Mist when you're in the bottom, like you're
Okay.
on the boat in the bottom under the falls, so you're getting wet, you know, like a
It's like
sprinkler.
a Disney ride.
So they did love that. Now there wasn't much to do in the area around that, but we love Niagara.
And how long were you at Niagara?
We planned on staying 2 days,
But you did everything in one?
but we could do it all in one.
Okay.
Niagara just took a day.
Okay.
It's not big.
So if I ever go, it's a day.
A day trip.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was really great. And, you know, we've done the Disney trips before.
Yes.
Are you going to do that?
I am. I do want them to experience Disney. I don't want them to experience Disney yet.
Okay, when did I go?
You've been how many times? Twice?
I've been 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, shout out to Holly also because the second or third time I went was because she lived there and we got to stay with her.
Yeah.
And my kids love her so much, but also a place to stay when you're paying for Disney
It's
really
huge.
balances out.
Yeah.
Okay, I took Emma, must have been like 6. She was definitely still in the princess era.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we were wearing the dresses. We went to the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique,
Oh yeah.
slicked her hair back. That's what they do.
Okay.
And put glitter in it.
So fancy.
She definitely, I mean, gosh, I could use a stroller there. I was going to say she definitely needed a stroller, but 10 miles a day, anybody could use
I would need a stroller.
a transportation.
Yeah.
So Henry would have been 2.5 or 3. And I mean, he's so even killed. He did really well, but he was still like falling asleep in the stroller as we were going. But I thought those ages were so fun because she still loved the princesses. Like
Yeah.
it was so
You still got the magic out of it.
magical. Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't all like the big kid rides, like if we were to go back now. Mm-hmm. But I just thought it was so sweet at that age, seeing all the characters through their eyes and how much they loved it.
Yeah. And he loved it too when he.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of shows too. So like, okay, Doc McStuffins was big back in the day. I don't know if people still watch that, but they would have like a live reenactment of Doc McStuffins, and somebody is dressed up, and you get to watch like a little play, if you will.
Okay.
And
So it's
then-
not just rides.
No, and then a Frozen reenactment. And when you go in the middle of summer, like I did, you'll take any occasion to cool off. So the Frozen inside,
Is frozen?
it like snows on you.
Oh, good.
I mean, you know, Disney doesn't hold anything back. So
Let it snow on me in this
snowing on us.
100-degree heat.
Yes. So no, all the shows, all the characters, we did the dining experiences. So we could dine with Cinderella
Oh my gosh.
in the castle. That's still my favorite.
Still so magical for you.
It is. And Emma got like a wand and Henry got a sword. I mean,
They're royalty now.
royalty. It was just the best time. And we did go to every park. I know some people just make
certain
stops,
ones. Yeah.
But we made sure to have a day dedicated to each park. And I also want to say, I feel like Epcot gets the shaft when you bring kids. It's so beautiful, especially like when they have all their arrangements up and like flowers blooming and everything like that. Like, it's just so beautiful to walk around it. But if you're an adult, you can drink around Epcot.
Oh, okay.
That's their thing.
Well,
So
all right then.
I don't see why it's low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to hit them all.
Yeah.
So when you do decide
I mean,
to
if
go.
you're going to go, go.
Yeah, when you decide to go, I'm going to plan it. Because
do it.
I've been 2 times, so I'm a planner.
Yeah.
But you have to hit them all up.
I don't know what ages I think I want to take the kids. I know it's not right now.
Right.
I mean, I think Mason would think it was cool. Remy would probably be terrified of like any character, even though she's like my movie girl.
You know,
Mason wouldn't know who they are, and Remy would be terrified. She doesn't even like strangers or like people she's met several times. She's still a little hesitant. So I think she'd be freaked out, and Mason would be like, "Who are you?"
yeah, she can't have somebody coming up to her that she doesn't know.
No.
So yeah, when she's old enough to enjoy it,
That's when we'll go.
that'll be your go
Because
time.
Mason is not a screen kid, so he's not gonna know. It's not gonna be magical to him
No.
because he's like not gonna get the references.
he won't know who
He
these
won't sit
amazing
still to
people
watch-
are.
He won't sit still to watch a movie, so he's gonna be like, "All right, cool." Like he would want to go for the rides, and Remy would be terrified of everything: the people, the rides, all
Well,
of
it's
it.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
It, like, everybody asked me, like, was it as bad as you thought? Was it too much? It's exactly what I thought.
And yes, it's too much.
And it's a lot. And it's a lot of people, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah.
So I went into it knowing I felt
Same
like...
with New York, though.
Yes. That's exactly how I pictured New York. But I got to be there and actually experience it, and it was so worth it.
Yeah.
So I'm getting Emma to tell me what's next on her bucket list. And maybe we'll hit that up too, because that was a really good one.
Yeah, that was a win.
It worked out for us.
Yeah.
My mom wants us to go and travel and do like the parks. The
national parks?
National parks.
Okay.
And when you're in 4th grade,
Oh, you get free.
you get
Entry.
in for free.
Why 4th grade?
I don't know.
What is the link?
Maybe that's when they're learning about it.
Maybe.
I honestly don't know, because we have just begun 4th grade, so I'll let you know. if
This
we
is
start.
the year for the national parks.
That's right. So Henry
Buy
can,
3, get 1
can
free.
get us in, okay?
Wait, does the whole family get in if you have a 4th grade?
Your car.
Oh. Okay, Henry's taking you on vacation.
Henry
this
is taking us on vacation.
year. Okay, thank you, Henry.
So we might start looking at that.
That'd be fun.
I know.
How many are there?
I really don't know.
I'm like sitting here trying to think of one, and I'm like, Yellowstone.
Of
is
course.
the national park.
Well, that's where Mom wants to go. So,
Good, because that's the only one.
So we'll head there.
Okay, great.
It's the top one. Okay, so how many trips have you taken your kids on?
3. So they've all been to the beach.
Okay.
So the first one, Mason was, don't get me lying, I don't know how old he was. 2?
Okay.
Freshly 2.
Okay.
And Remy was a baby, like maybe 9 months old.
And she was still fine, 9 months old, traveling?
Jordan, people will hate me. Yes.
Yes, we do.
I mean, not a meltdown from either of them the entire car ride. Wow. No tablet, no screen.
You have something coming out of your vents in your car, maybe, to like...
I know. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, just, they were both so good. Even Remy at 9 months. Like, she cried she wanted a bottle.
Okay.
So, like, we whipped that up real quick, and she was good to go. Mason, like, napped for maybe 30 minutes. Like, he didn't even sleep a large chunk of the time. Because Jarrett and I had debated, do we want to, like, drive through the middle of the night so they're asleep? Or no. And I was like, I like sleep too much. We're going in the daytime, and we will... That's my thing. I had expectations for my kids to be heathens in the car.
Yeah, you were ready.
I was prepared with the snacks and the games, and I brought an iPad, like one of Jared's old iPads, and downloaded kids' games and movies just in case. And then we didn't need any of it. Mason literally, like, I think asked for some snacks, like, in the last hour. Like, we offered them, and he ate lunch and stuff, but
Right.
no.
They're just so good.
I was shocked. Like, I had set my expectations. You have to have reasonable expectations in everything as a parent. Mm-hmm. But definitely a car ride and travel.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they exceeded every expectation I had. So, on the way down, I was like, wow, that was weird. Then it was just the four of us that time. So, you know, I mean, my kids loved the beach. They played in the sand. They played in the water.
Even at 9 months.
Yes.
Wow.
Just like loved it.
The first time I took Emma, she was 1 and she was walking. She was terrified.
Oh, didn't like it?
The ocean was
sand?
loud.
Oh, it is loud.
And the sand did not want it to touch her.
Okay, that's a problem.
And I came back and at work I was like, why didn't any of y'all tell me not to be taking a 1-year-old to the beach?
Yeah.
Because the car ride.
It was all bad.
I got food poisoning on that trip.
Oh.
And it was the night before we left. So that added to it. But so I didn't take Henry till I couldn't even tell you,
You were
when.
scarred.
So they loved it.
My kids loved it. They loved the beach. They loved the ocean.
You're a beach person though, right?
Yeah.
So
And Jarrett's just like so adaptable to
Yeah.
anything. And then on the way home, I was like, oh, now it's going to be
On.
where we're crazy because we're leaving the beach. That's going to be dramatic. No,
fine.
fine. Debatably even better than on the way down. I don't
How does it get better?
I don't know. Like Remy slept more on the way home.
Oh, okay.
We just really wore her out. Now on vacation, that vacation we did still nap. And I was like, no, you're napping or we're not going back out to the beach. Mm-hmm. Remy was 9 months old. Like, we have got to take a break. I lie. She might have been a little older than 9 months, but she was not 1 yet. Mm-hmm. So, I think they were just tired. I think they still napped, but they were just tired. I mean, that's a lot of new stuff to take in.
Right.
Then we went with my whole family, like my parents, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. We went with everybody. Mason, I don't know how old these kids were. They were little still. And I mean, again, the car ride, I was hopeful that it would be a repeat, but also realistically, I was like, okay, this is our first trip. Mason was potty trained at this point.
Okay.
So I was like, we're going to be stopping to go to the bathroom a lot more. It's going to take us longer to get down there. Again, with the expectations. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we got really lucky the first time. We're not going to get that lucky again. We got that lucky again. And I don't know how. I don't have a secret to tell anybody. I wish I did. I'd be rich, I'm sure.
Yeah, because we would all need it.
Yeah, I don't know
It's just y'all's thing.
It's just our thing. Mason loves construction. There's always construction on the interstates. I mean, he thought it was cool that, like, when... this is another thing. Y'all are for real gonna hate me. Jordan, you're gonna hate me. You couldn't even do this.
Okay.
We stopped to go to the bathroom, and I told you, Mason was potty trained. We stopped one time.
Oh, no. Absolutely not. We stopped like 12 times.
I know. I mean, I know how much you go to the bathroom, so I
Yes.
know this is not realistic. We stopped once.
Absolutely not.
He didn't have a single accident. And we were like, we kept asking, do you need to go to the bathroom? Do you need to go to the bathroom? Bathroom, bathroom, bathroom. No.
We
So I
can't
was
make it
nervous.
past Nashville without stopping. Honestly.
I was nervous. So we stopped for gas, Starbucks, and to use the bathroom all in one stop.
And that was it. One stop shop.
And that was it.
No.
I mean, can you even believe it?
No, I can't.
It sounds make-believe.
Because we don't live like that.
No, you don't. No, you do not. But no, I just literally so lucky again. They liked the beach again. Remy was a little more skeptical of the ocean the second time.
Okay.
She was wanting some change. She was a little more aware. She's like, what's happening? She was fine with the water touching her, but when it, pulls back in,
Oh, yeah.
the sand covering her feet, not a fan. But she warmed up to it pretty quick. We stayed on the beach pretty much all day, every day. They liked the pool. They liked the ocean, the sand. Again, on the way home, they did great.
Sounds good.
I think we stopped twice on the way home,
Okay, wow.
which we had eaten lunch, so like it was a little bit different of a time. Mm-hmm. We stopped twice on the way home. We got home like, I don't know what time, but it was nighttime, so they had both fallen asleep in the car. And we anticipated that, so we had stopped in like Huntsville and like changed Remy's pull-up, put pajamas on both of them, and then they just went to bed for the night, and then they woke up home in the morning.
I'm so happy for you.
I know.
That you have these great
I know.
travels.
And then our third time is copy and paste, same story.
Okay.
Mason requested Chick-fil-A, so we stopped once for gas in Chick-fil-A.
Wow. So is that y'all's like family thing? Like do a beach trip every year?
I mean, so far, I think eventually, we want them to see other things. Like, my trip growing up was always to go to the beach. My mom's mom lived in Florida for most of my childhood. So we always, like you said, had a free place to stay, which is huge on a vacation. So I was a beach kid growing up. I like the beach. I enjoy the beach. I want to go to the beach. I don't know if we'll try to incorporate, like, beach plus another trip, like spring break, fall break situation.
Yeah.
I don't know what that'll look like eventually, but right now they handle the drive to the beach really well, and they like the beach. So I'm good with the beach for now.
I mean, I think one of my kids' favorite places is go to the beach. They get to go with their dad on fall break, so it's still warm.
And you said they are not all-day beachers.
No, I don't think so. I think they like to switch it back up. Pool, beach. I mean, they'll be outside, and now they're older. They ride their bikes out there, and a group goes with them. They just have such a good time.
Do they do like the touristy stuff at all, like go-karts, mini golf?
Really not.
No. I mean, we did that sometimes. Like, my granny lived there, so we didn't always do the touristy stuff. But since we didn't, we did sometimes, and it was still cool.
Yeah, I could see that. I feel like everywhere I take them is always touristy because it's always our first time there. So we're hitting up whatever we can.
Yeah.
We went to San Antonio last spring break, and I was hoping it would be warm. It was so cold. Like, I didn't even pack enough warm clothes.
Gotcha.
But we had one day that it was really nice. And we got to do the river walk and all that. So they really enjoyed San Antonio too. But we ended up having to do like shopping because it just was so cold and I didn't plan that. But I would say now both at the top of their favorite is New York.
Okay.
And so
would that be a repeat trip for you?
I asked both of them if they would go back. And Emma said that if she had the opportunity to dance again, she would absolutely go back. I think Henry's fine either way. He's just like, I need a minute.
Had a good time.
Had a good time. I need a minute till the next trip.
Yeah.
But California used to be on Emma's bucket list. I don't know if it still is. I wanted to take them to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
We had a trip planned.
I do like Chicago.
See, I've never been.
I've only been once, but I really liked it.
Okay, so I was going to take them when COVID shut down everything, like had it planned and everything. So this was obviously several years ago. And I was going to take Emma to American Girl. I was going to take Henry to a baseball game. So she's obviously outgrown that portion of it.
That sucks.
So sad. But that is definitely still on my list. And I want to try to go during the summer because I hate being cold.
Yeah.
So also a plus for me for New York during the summer, I wasn't cold.
No, you weren't.
I can't plan any trip to where it's going to be cold there probably.
Like, you're not going to ever go to Alaska.
No, I don't need to go on an Alaskan cruise or
anything Arctic.
I mean, honestly, San Antonio in March was pushing it for me.
True.
Had to wear a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So
have y'all ever done Savannah?
I haven't done that.
See, I like Savannah. So Jarrett and I, before we had kids, his sister got married in Savannah. And I feel like it was just so cute and fun. And like, you could walk all types of places. And
I've
I don't
heard
know
it's beautiful.
It is. It was such a nice trip. The weather was like perfect. And we did, I don't know what I would do with kids, but I'm sure there's plenty to do with kids. Like, it was just such a fun feeling place.
I would go there.
Now, y'all did Charleston though, right?
Charleston. And where did Holly get married?
Charleston.
There. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
We were only there for like
36 hours.
I know. It was really quick.
I literally drove down. We got in at 1 a.m. and then like we hung out wedding day. We were like, what should we do? Because we had to check out of the hotel. So we literally like just walked around, drove around. I got ready for Holly's wedding in like a bathroom at a gas station. And then as soon as the ceremony was over, I was like, love you, Holly, bye. And we drove back. So I didn't really see Charleston.
Okay. I knew yours was a way quicker
It was
trip.
like a 24-hour situation.
See, we flew into Charleston as well. And I know we had at least a day. I took them on like a carriage ride. We did like some downtown stuff.
Okay.
I have pictures of that, but my kids were little.
Yeah.
So I don't think we got into too much, but it was beautiful.
It was. That's somewhere I wouldn't mind going back.
I could definitely go there. I did a poll one day of best places to take kids.
Okay.
And St. Louis
Was the winner?
top.
You know, people at work have actually told us about St. Louis.
Yeah. They go and they do like the zoo.
Yeah.
And then the like children's
Museum.
museum is like humongous. Like you could be there for like days and days.
Yeah.
But also like for any age. But they did say you might want your kids to be a little older. Like,
Yeah.
because you could lose your kids in there.
See, and I think that goes back to, like, I think I said it in a different episode, like, just simplifying it. Like, I'm the one who wants it to be extravagant and do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I'd want to rush that. Like, if my kids would enjoy it more at 6, why would I take them at 2?
Right. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do not need to.
Because that's my own personal agenda, not what they're actually going to enjoy.
Right. Yeah, so now that my kids are older, I feel like there's a lot more they would enjoy, and
Yeah.
I wish I could cram more trips into one year.
Shove it all in.
Yes. I feel like I'm on a timeline now.
Do you ever look at it like how much time you have left with them in the house? Or do you
Yes.
look at it more like once they're driving, they're gone?
Well, both, because I think when they're driving, they'll want to be with their friends more.
Yeah.
So that's just a given.
Yeah.
But I think they'll still travel with me if I go on a trip.
Oh, for sure.
And I think they'll want to. Like, I don't think I'll have to make them. And, I didn't move out of the house when I was 18. I didn't have, like, oh my gosh, you're 18. You have
Yeah,
to
you went to
whatever.
college, like, you're in town.
So, like, I don't have that expectation on them either. I mean, if they want to, that's fine. But I don't see, like, that as a deadline. Mm-hmm. But I just know as they get older, they'll be busier. So that is even less time.
Right.
I'll get to see them. So I'm like, let me cram everything in
Real quick.
while they still want to be with me.
I mean, I feel like, they'd still want to be with you even, I feel like once they're married.
I hope so.
Like, aren't you trying to do, like, a family trip and you be like, oh, I'm the grandma, leave your kids with me, y'all go have date night? That's what
Absolutely.
my mom and dad do.
Yes.
They're like, we're going to, like, kind of come on this vacation, but one night we're going to watch the kids and y'all go do whatever.
Absolutely.
Just...
How do you feel with one boy and one girl? Like, I feel like as a daughter, we know how much we go to our moms.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope Emma will still do that. But I want Henry to do that too. But how realistic is that?
I feel like having a boy, I just kind of see it as most of my time in life with Mason is before 16, really. Because, like you said, driving, friends, sports, whatever. I feel like most of my time with him is right now. And when he's 16, dramatically probably changes. And then I feel like 18 to 21, somewhere in there, when they're out of the house, typically, I mean, he'll probably call me once a week, hopefully.
But your brother and your mom are still close, right?
Yeah, they're still close, but like close is once a week calling. And
Right.
like
It's
occasionally
not like
coming
y'all.
by.
Yeah.
No, I call my mom. I talk to my mom every day.
Right.
And yeah, so like with Remy, I'm like, okay, like I've got you for life. Like you're always gonna like come talk to me, and I'm gonna always know what's going on, every detail of your life. Mm-hmm. And Mason, I'm like, I won't know much about you. You'll still love me. We'll still be close, but that just is what it is. I feel like. So I just kind of view how our relationships are differently, I guess, through that lens. I don't treat them differently because of it, but like.
And see, I'm still holding out that Henry will be the same.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, that's just, I feel like typical guy. It's not every guy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
I also don't want him to be like so in love with his mom that he like.
No, that's what I was about to say. I don't need him to be attached to me
Yeah.
and need me.
Like a healthy level of like.
close
I mean, if your
relationship.
son called you once a day to be like, hey, how are you? Do you need anything? I don't see anything wrong with that, because if my husband did that, I would not care.
To check on his mom, that wouldn't bother you.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely check on your mom.
Right.
And like, Jarrett does talk to his mom on a regular basis, and I'm thankful for that because I want Mason to see that.
True.
I want Mason to be like, oh, yeah, Dad talks to Lolly all the time. Mm-hmm. So I'm definitely going to talk to my mom all the time. Like, I want that example for him. So if Jarrett talks to his mom a lot because there is a family business there, and his mom and him work together sometimes. But even so, like, that means they're on the phone a lot more.
I'll take it.
I don't care why I'm on the phone with you. Call me.
Well, Michael built a house next to his mom and
See?
lives next to her. So
Henry got the good example.
mark that down.
Yeah.
I like that example.
Yeah. So I'm like, I like it when Jarrett's on the phone with his mom. And like, he'll walk around the house with it on speaker. And so Mason knows he's talking to
Yeah.
his mom.
He knows who it is.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, set this from a young age. This is the example I want.
Yes, I love
And you
it.
got it made.
Mm-hmm.
Michael and his mom are neighbors.
They are.
So we have nothing to worry about.
Okay. I'm glad we talked this
We
out.
talked it all the way out. We figured it out. We'll just play this for the boys one day.
And yes, take notes.
Episode whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thanks y'all for listening to this episode. Don't forget to send us in your funny kid stories.
Yes, we want to hear the crazy, the good, the bad, the ugly, and
Yeah, and we'll read them on the podcast.
Yes. Also, we are going to be doing some giveaways at some point soon in the near future. So make sure you follow us on Instagram to be in the loop on that.
Yep, and don't forget to follow us and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.